So what if I told you that by the end of today's session, we could take you from making your normal swing that really feels like you're putting a lot of effort in and generates decent club head speed, nice ball speed, and reasonable carry distance, to understanding how you're actually going to slow down in order to create this. With a big jump in club head speed, a bigger jump in ball speed, and a huge pickup in carry. Now I know what you're thinking, Ali, you're talking madness. You can't move slower, but swing the club faster. Well, I'm going to give you an example here of using this bag towel, creating a whipping motion. And listen to the noise this makes. So you can hear that snap at the end. And yet, if I do it wrong, you can hear there's no noise at the end. So what we'll see when we play this in slow motion is as the hand's accelerating away from my body, it gets to the point where it actually starts to come back. And as it pulls back, that transfers the energy along the towel, and that's where you hear that whip at the end. So that's what we're trying to feel with the golf swing. So for many of you watching, you might think, sounds a bit confusing that. If I want that club head moving faster, surely I need to get my legs moving faster, my torso and my arms moving faster through the ball. But you can hear the noise there. When I'm trying to get that quick, there's no real whoosh in there. So what we see with all the best players in the world is they get to the top, and as they unwind with the lower body puts the brakes on, which transfers the energy into the torso, which then stops, which transfers it into the arms, which then stop, which transfers it into the club. So we hear much more of this. And even though we kind of feel like we're stopping with that lead side, it's creating that whip effect into the club head. So a really great way of feeling it, I think, initially for a lot of golfers, as silly as it sounds, to actually use a smaller swing. So we almost want to feel that you're going to get the club just on the ground, a couple of feet behind the ball, and kind of just swing through and try and stop the club about waist height. And then go longer and try and stop the club. And then go full swing and try and stop the club at waist height. And you can see how I'm having to push with that lead leg. That straightens the leg, gets the hip turning out of the way, but gets to its max position. Then I'm having to stop the torso. Then I'm having to stop the arms and then into the club head. So it can be great, and it can be actually quite tiring as a practice routine. So you might do 2 or 3 of those, and then we're going to go right, waist height, but stop it, swing it as hard as we can, stop at waist height, hitting the ball. And even if the strike's not great, we're getting that feel. And even that little swing, 82 mile an hour club speed, 115 ball speed, and 153 carry. So that's almost as far as the full swing before. So obviously I'm not going to do it the same number of shots in the video as you would do, but then we want to go a little bit longer with the backswing and feel like we're going to get the club to stop, but not decelerate into the golf ball. We're going to feel like we're being aggressive, and then going to stop it as quick as we can at waist height on the way through. Maybe a little longer on the follow through, but we suddenly see 90 mile an hour, 125 ball speed, and 177 carry. And yet that still wasn't a full backswing. So again, I'm going to go even longer with the backswing and then feel like I'm trying to stop the club. And I just have to work really, really hard with my body to stop the club when it's moving quickly. So full backswing, stop it on the way through. So felt good. So we see 92.5 mile an hour club speed, 127.5 ball speed, and 175 carry. So I don't necessarily now, as I work up into this, want to feel like I'm stopping the club every time, but I want the body to have that feeling into impact. So the hips are slowing down, the torso's slowing down, the hands are slowing down. And then it's that whip effect with the club head. And you really can pick up some crazy speeds. I mean, just as an example there, it's a good while since I've been 92.5 with a 7-iron. But it would also highlight that I don't do this particularly well in my golf swing. So now we're going to go full backswing, try and get that feeling with the body. So get everything to slow down. Maybe just a little bit thin with the strike. But 92.3 club speed, nearly 126 ball speed, and again 170 carry. You can definitely see there, when I do that full backswing and feel like I'm going to stop the club, there's definitely more work from the body there. So let's do one more of those. Long back, short through. That felt absolutely nuked. So 93.6 club speed, 128 ball speed, and 197 carry. Now, I'll be honest, this isn't my usual 7-iron. It's slightly stronger on loft, which is helping with the distance I'm hitting the ball. But like I said there, that 93.6 club head speed for me is huge. So the little rehearsal I'm going to do long back, stop the club as quick as I can into impact, and then try and get that into the full swing. Felt good. Felt quick. 94.3 mile an hour club speed. 133 ball speed. That one's obviously spun a little bit more, but 179 carry. Now, when we're looking at club head speed pickup there, that's absolutely huge. And every club in the bag this works for. I'm not saying necessarily that I'm doing this with 7-iron. I'm not saying with 7-iron, 8-iron, wedge, this becomes vital. But if you can get doing this with every club in the bag, so you're getting the acceleration, but you're slowing down into impact to get the energy from the ground, through the legs, through your body, into your arms, and finally into that club head, you'll be amazed. When I do this with clients, we see some unbelievable pickups. I mean, that's as quick as I've been for a long, long time with 7-iron. Can definitely feel it takes it out of me a little bit more. But let's do one practice swing. And then hit one with that same feeling. So 93.8 club speed, wasn't right out the middle of the club, but still 130 ball speed and 177 total. I do like that, but definitely for me, the most exaggerated sensation is long back, try and feel, accelerate as hard as I can, but then stop as quick as I can through impact. And even though that one's offline, super quick club head speed, great ball speed, and long carry. Now, as a coach, I'm also very realistic that sometimes when we work on a drill like that, it's not something you can play with. But when you're working on gaining that club head speed like that, actually from slowing down, it's amazing how your nervous system suddenly gets used to moving a bit quicker and you get that sensation of what you need to do. And even if I now go back to hitting what feels like a normal one, I deliver much more control into there. I'm still at 93 mile an hour club speed, ball speed at 126, and still nearly 180 carry. But we always like to finish on the quickest one possible. So let's see how close I can get to 100 mile an hour with a 7-iron, and I might need to go for a lie down after this, but we're going to go back really aggressive and try and stop it as quick as I can on the way through. Not the best strike, but we still see 132 ball speed, but nearly 97 mile an hour club speed, and even with the miss hit, 192 carry. So when we want more speed, there is the argument about slowing down to create more speed, but it's slowing your body down in the right way, creating that whip effect like we saw with the towel. And when you're swinging back and then coming down into impact, if you could try and stop the club, you're not going to stop it with your hands. When that's moving at speed, the body's going to push into the ground. That's going to stop the lower body, transfer the energy into the club head, and you might also create some crazy club head speeds like I've just done, and then start hitting some of the best shots ever.